Hi, my name is Maria Quintanilla. I'm a New York City high school teacher, and today I'll share with you two very important things that will help you throughout the rest of the school year. I know this school year has been difficult, it has been unusual, it has been different and very uncertain. It has been weird, but one thing you can be certain of is the fact that your teachers care about you. We want you to learn languages, learn about cultures. And with that in mind, let me tell you what the first part of this video is about. I'm going to share it with you so that you can see it. Okay, this video will walk you through a digital notebook. How many times have you sat in front of your computer ready to learn that day's lesson and you're all set to learn and your teacher says, find yourself some paper or your notebook and also find a pen because today we're taking notes and you don't remember where your notebook is and you don't remember where your pens are. Okay, this is where the digital notebook comes in handy because then you will be able to do a lot of things with it. You may be asking, well, where do I get a copy? Like, how do I find a copy of this digital notebook? Don't worry. Your teacher will share the digital notebook with you. If you're in Zoom via the chat, or if you're in Google Meet also via the chat, and then you'll be able to make a copy of the digital notebook, write your name on it, make it yours, and then share your copy with the teacher. That way, the teacher will know what all your notes are, all the work that you did in that lesson or that day or even that week. You'll know where your work is. Your teacher can also monitor your progress throughout the week, can give you some feedback. You can ask your teacher questions and the teacher will know exactly what you're talking about or where you are. It'll help you keep yourself organized. It's kind of cool, no? You will see also that the digital notebook aligns with what you'll see on your teacher's screen. And you'll also be able to edit it as you should be able to edit it because it's your own copy of your own notebook. Okay, so this digital notebook will help you organize your notes and what you're thinking during 1 week worth of work. You will also be able to track new vocabulary. You will be able to write new vocabulary words, perhaps create your own dictionary with new words, a definition, maybe an image, and also a phrase so that it can help you remember, right? Next time you have to use that word. You would also have perhaps links for you to make copies of graphic organizers or video, like a video viewing guide. You'll be able to make a copy of that, make it your own, embed it onto or hyperlink it to your own digital notebook. And again, your teacher will be able to know and to see the work that you're doing throughout the week. Okay, so you'll also see that the the digital notebook will align, like I said before, to what you see on your teacher's screen. So you'll see that each lesson will have 5 important moments that your teacher will continuously talk about. And if you need to take notes during those 5 moments of the lesson, like the do now is, or the warm up is one of the moments, then you'll be able to take some notes in your digital notebook. Okay. And again, we have more slides, empty or blank slides, just in case you need to add a video, maybe you need to add an image, or maybe your teacher asks you to hyperlink another document onto the digital notebook. You'll be able to do that in the blank slides that we have created. And also you see that at the end, or when before class ends on any particular day, your teacher may ask you to do one or more of these 4 activities that you see here. It could be expression, comprehension, connection, or extension. And you'll have it all ready. You'll have it all handy just to do your work and then submit it or share it with your teacher officially when the teacher asks you to submit it, but knowing that throughout the week, right, all this work that you're doing is being recorded in one special particular place so that you'll be able to find it. Okay, that was a digital notebook. Let's move on to part 2 of this video. Remember I told you it was going to be 2 things. So we are we're going to talk about maybe a new concept for some of us. Part of being language learners requires us to understand culture as well. One concept that you'll see reoccurring or coming up a lot for the remaining of the school year is the concept of cultural products, practices, and perspectives. Knowing about this will help you connect with people from other cultures and other communities, and it will help you connect in a meaningful way and to also learn from them. These skills will set you up for life in our global community. So, what are products, practices, and perspectives? Okay, so let's see if I can share this with you guys. Moving on to the next slide here. Okay, so understanding products, practices, and perspectives will help us understand culture, not just the language of a culture, but the culture. And when we think about culture, we may want to think, we have to, or we do think about it as an iceberg. Whatever we see on the outside are the products. Whenever we see, like, you can still see it, from the outside into the water, that would be the practices. And whenever it would take us a little bit more focus to see, right, because it's deep, deep, deep inside the water, would be the perspectives of a culture. Okay, so for example, products of a culture could be what you see, right? What you see, what's outside. So music, food, architecture, clothing, um, even the law of that culture could be a product. Practices of a culture could be, what do people do? Do they get together every Sunday afternoon? Do they celebrate a tradition? Do they celebrate a big, big party at the end of the year? Or do they have a specific gathering? Right? Those are the things that they do. How do they say hello? How do they say goodbye? Those are practices. And then the one that we really have to focus, because it's really, really deep, would be the perspective. Perspectives of a culture is why they do those practices. Why do people eat together? Why is it important for them to eat together? Why do people celebrate in the Latin culture a quinceañera? Right? Having the party would be the practice, but why is it important to maintain the tradition? That would be perspective. Okay, so understanding the perspective will be perhaps the most difficult for some of us to understand, just because we need to focus a little bit more and look deep to be able to understand the perspective. We don't want to fall into just stereotypes of a culture. So understanding the perspective is one of the most difficult things to do, but also it's also beneficial. Like I said, it's part of understanding culture. Okay, so those that was the concept of products, practices, and perspectives, as well as a brief walkthrough of the digital notebook. um, Thank you for your time. I know we'll continue to see each other in these videos throughout the remainder of the school year. Bye for now.